Hello Gambia, I am Famara Sillah. I have a lot of integrity for this country, and I saw Bankole as coming out as a presidential candidate, and we wanted to know what we have for the youth of this country, because we, the youth of this country, willing to empower any youth who is trying to lead this nation. As long as he's a youth, I think he's supposed to be empowered by the youth. And that's why we have few questions to ask Bankole himself, what he has for the youth, the women and the children, and for the country at large.
Anytime from now, as like now I meet you, it's going to inspire me a lot to write this song. Yeah, me could have feel say it's a real thing. The first day me start writing this song, me never know say we are going to meet you. You understand? So today we are all here together, It's a connection from above. I always go with your plan, I will try to finish this one as soon as possible.
So America was the moment it is there.
Mr. Bankole, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
I just have a few questions for you.
Okay.
I want to know what convinced you, what triggers you to leave, to get from IT, in internet expert and computer thing like that, to trying to be a president for this country?
I think that this is not the best 11 for Gambia that we have currently.
What do you mean the best 11?
In football, you want the best team to play.
That's right.
You don't want the reserves to be playing. I want to bring out the real team. So maybe by me standing, it will encourage other people to come out and engage in politics. This is not Gambia's best 11. I want to bring out Gambia's best 11.
You want to bring out Gambia's best 11,
yeah.
But I see there are a lot of parties coming in, and some of them are youths as you are, like Ismail Assisi, the Citizen Alliance. Maybe you and if he is ready, you can form a coalition and have one big youth party in this country.
Yes.
I don't know how far you people can get together with that.
I am not opposed to meeting with anybody or coalitioning with anybody who has the same ideas that I have.
In your manifestos, it's not written, but at the press conference, you have some question and answers with the journalists, and they were asking about cannabis.
Yeah.
And it went very viral, and it was the topic of the town.
Yeah.
And they say you say you wanted to legalize cannabis when you come to office.
So I was very clear in that I was expressing my personal opinion. I still support that as Gambia we should have this conversation to legalize cannabis. But it will still take a parliament, it will still take the changing of laws to have cannabis legal in Gambia.
That's very clear.
But I think that based on the evidence and based on how we operate in this country, we should legalize it. I can go again into the reasons why I think it should be legal. We are allowing cigarettes, we are allowing alcohol. We can make a lot of money from it. But now, and we are locking up our youths. So we should stop locking up people just for cannabis consumption. If they have an addiction problem, locking them up is not fixing the problem because more people are smoking now than before.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. But do you think with the race going on with these long-time politicians and you come in as a new guy in the arena, what do you think about that struggle?
It depends on you. It depends on me. It depends on youths.
What family?
Yes, we see that you are advocating for one-term presidency.
Yes.
How do you think it is going to work for you? Because we never heard of one-term presidency in the whole world before.
Yeah, I think it's a way that will fix a lot of issues that we have in Gambia. Everybody wants to sit there forever. When will the next man have his chance? But not only that, I have a national development plan.
And I would like you to explain to us the idea development by us and for us.
Okay.
Because many of our people, grassroots people, don't understand the meaning of that development by us and for us.
Okay, so you see this. If I give every Gambian $5,000 voucher, I will not give you the money, but I give you the right to tell the government how they want $5,000 in the budget spent. So you, we all come together. We say, this beach, we want, I don't know, more coconut trees, or whatever you want. You tell the government now, there's a price for that. Let's say it's 500,000. So you only have 5,000. You have to convince 100 other people that that idea is a good idea. You all collect your 5,000, you put it to that idea, and government pays somebody to do that for you. So you never hold the money, but now you directly have a say in how things work in Gambia. Now, if you have the say, I cannot say I need to sit here for 10 years or 15 years. It's my program, I want to continue. It's not my program, it's the people's program. And I am empowering these people with the voucher for them to decide what they want in this program. This will happen every year. Every year, people, there's a budget. We give everybody that voted. If you don't vote, you don't get a voucher because you don't want to have a say. It's only for people with voters card that voted on the day of election. If you didn't vote,
only people who vote will have the voucher and we have a say to the money.
Have a say, yes. Because
what about the people who don't vote?
They're not interested.
But they are still citizens.
Yes. Next year they will vote. If they are citizens, they will vote.
Well, you think the 5,000 votes voucher will make some people vote? Because some people don't even care about politics.
I hope so. I hope so. It's better than zero. Right now we get zero.
I heard you promoting free education, and I don't know how you're thinking about it. What are your plans for free education? I know education is expensive,
So, it's not really free. It's free to the parents. It's not free to you, the student, that will be benefiting from the education. What I want is when you're going to school, don't think about money. Go and learn. But when you finish school, when you start to work, then you can start to pay back that what we would call a student loan, so that your brothers behind you.
So when you start working, you will pay back that loan?
Yes.
What about when the person turns to be a dropout?
No problem.
Then the government lose?
Yes, the government lose, but I am hoping that with my jobs agenda as well, if we create jobs, people will not want to drop out for no reason.
How are you going to create jobs?
Okay, so the way I think we should create jobs is...
Because there is no job in this country.
I agree, there is no job. But why is there no job? Because everything we have here, we import from overseas. Why don't we stop importing things from overseas and start producing it here? Simple things like nails, simple things like matches, simple things like tomato paste for Benetton, we don't produce here. Imagine if we were producing that here. That will employ some people.
But for 55 years, our leaders cannot do it. Do you think you can come with that idea and put it to implementation for this nation?
The leaders can do it, they choose not to do it. Respect!
1 billion in sports. I heard that you say 1 billion in sports.
It's possible.
I don't know what is your idea about onto that,
Not only sports and entertainment. These are the things that young people are interested in here. And because we have a young population, we can benefit a lot from sports. Everywhere else, sports is an industry. Sports makes money. It's only in Gambia that sports doesn't make money. And I think you need to invest money to start reaping the benefits of making money from sport. So 1 billion in sports is to kickstart is to kickstart the sport industry in Gambia to a level where it can sustain itself.
How do you think we can trust you as a man when the country just thinks Rasta people are just criminal? And many people are hard, they say you dress uncommon.
You and I know, in this Gambia that we are in now, that it's not what you look like that matters, because for the longest time, it's the best dressed people in Haftan and coats that were busy running this country. And if we are all saying that we're still struggling, then it's not about the appearance. Let's forget the appearance and think about the ideas. So, nyata sindo yenyo am voters card.
As you know now you are working at MRC.
Yes.
So how do you blend your job and politics? And if you are lucky to be elected, are you going to quit your job on MRC or are you going to carry both jobs together?
No. If I'm elected, I will have to quit MRC. Right now, I'm working part-time. I take some of the time to go and meet people like this to try and convince them to vote for me. But I'm still working at MRC part-time.
You see, Banky in the line.
What are your strategies and your main strongholds that you have been to that you expect at least a gain out of?
So, everywhere I go, I have been received very well. I don't know whether they're lying to me. It doesn't look like they're lying. I think it's genuine because I am not one that came out with appearance or with tribe or anything like that. So my strategy is to have a dialogue, like how I'm talking to you and trying to explain my policies or the way I see things. That's what has been working for me everywhere. I leave Bakau, I go to Brikama, I talk to them, I explain to them what I want. They ask me questions, I answer, I learn. They teach me things. They tell me that they have grandchildren, but they're still working in the market. Any social security for them. These are all things that are opening my head. I've never heard this question before. Like I say, I started this in November. And I've learned a lot since November. What I know about Gambia between November and now is far more than what I knew about Gambia for the previous 43 years. Now I know a lot more about Gambia. I know a lot more about people.
This is our weapon, this is our power, this is what we can do change with. Even Banky, we can change him anytime if he do what we don't like.
Exactly.
Yes.
So if his vote is for me,
yes.
How many more? If his vote is for me, his vote is for me. All those people over there, if they're all voting for me.
For Banky. Yeah, Banky.
Gambia is ready
Banky
for
get
change.
the youth population, I think.
Respect, bro.
Banky get the youth population.
Yes.
Subscribe and follow us on all our social media platforms and be the first to be notified on our next episode.
Remit Continental, fastest money transfer in minutes.
Just Remit Continental.
Kubuga yoni halis fat. Use Remit Continental. Never bought the taxi on. Akakausi faxa sol. Yoni halis from UK down to Gambia. Senegal, Nigeria, Ghana. Every coast, Mali, wherever. And every part of the African continent. Remit Continental. Cheap, fast and confidential. And reliable, fastest money transfer. No fake it, almost a sauna. Which Remit Continental. Cheap, fast and confidential and reliable, fastest money transfer. Download all app if access.
Remit Continental, fastest, reliable, and secure money transfer.